Code Vein is getting a sequel in 2026. The game is on sale all the time, and a plethora of new players are buying the game. If you know Souls games, you already know a fair bit about Code Vein. However, there are a few unique aspects to this game that differentiate it from its peers. Here are 5 tips I learned over around 200 hours of gameplay and multiple full game playthroughs. If there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this. Code Vein is a magic casting game. It may seem very similar to Dark Souls 1, and it is, but the second-to-second gameplay is not DS1. You can play the game with minimal gift usage, but this is suboptimal and I do not recommend it. Use as many gifts as you can and fill up all the open slots. Once you get halfway through the game, you should have multiple effects active at all times, whether exploring or fighting a boss, not including the 4 passive abilities. Should you craft your build well, you can one-shot most elite enemies and, occasionally, bosses as well. When compared to other Souls-likes, Code Vein encourages you to change builds, and change builds frequently. Changing your build is as simple as switching out what's called a blood code. The blood codes dictate your stats, since you do not allot points after level ups in this game. After you use gifts attached to certain blood codes, you will master them and be able to use them on others, as long as you meet the stat requirements. So even if a new code would lower your DPS in the short term, you should still switch to it to unlock new gifts, therefore increasing your DPS in the long term. The weapons and armor you find throughout levels in this game will be upgraded to whatever weapon level you should be at that point. This saves you a bit of currency in buying upgrade items, and is another great way of encouraging you to switch up your build. Ichor is the fuel your magic casting runs on. You can recover Ichor by attacking an enemy or using consumables, but there are more effective ways to stay topped off. The following methods will regain several points of Ichor, and increase the maximum amount you can hold. Parries will stun the enemy for a while, but they are the most difficult to pull off. The special attack can be executed at any time, as long as you have a large enough attack window. My favorite method is the backstab. You need only circle around your foe for this move, enjoy the iframes, and a few extra points of Ichor are yours. Partners are an integral part of Code Vein. The game is designed for you to have one. As someone who rarely summons NPCs or spirits in Elden Ring, I almost always play with a partner in this game. They can distract enemies, buff you, revive you, and deal a bit of extra damage. And there is one fight in the game that is stupid difficult solo, unless you have a really powerful build. One of the first training areas in a Souls-like rests by the front door of home base. Here you have a punching bag where you can test damage. The main function of the area in my experience seems to be this. Does this gift buff this move? You can find another training area through the missile where a trash mob is. If you want to get better at parrying, this room is for you. Games in the genre have training areas now, but for a 2019 game, this is a treat. FromSoft finally added a similar room with Night Rain this year. As a bonus tip, let's talk about emotes. Code Vein has a photo mode and has been my channel banner for years now. The photo mode is easy enough to handle, yet many people don't know how to emote. On my PlayStation controller, the emote button is double tap L3. I did not know this until way too long after starting the game. I hope these tips find you well if you're a newcomer or returning player. Code Vein content on this channel has been well received so far, and I'm sure you all know the sequel will be covered here. In the meantime, I'd love to upload a full game run of the original before the sequel's release. For more videos like this, every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, be sure to like and subscribe to The Jersey Side.